Hello kids, this class we are going to discuss about physics. Under physics we are going to discuss about motion. So we all know the term in motion, we have been learning from all these years. Okay, what does the term mean motion? So before moving to that, quickly we can discuss few things, that is stationary objects, that is immovable things and movable things. So immovable things is also referred as a stationary objects. So what are they? Which are they? They are like trees, buildings, a desk, okay, and a chair. These are nothing but immobile. We call them as a stationary object because they are all fixed at one point. They are unable to move from one place to another place. And what about the movable objects? Or like immobile objects are something like they move from one place to another place. They cover so much of distance in a given time. It is examples like your train, your aeroplane, like almost all your animals. So living things, almost all living things, they move from one place to another place. Animals, they move in search of food. We human beings, we go for work, we go to school, and we move out to bring something. Okay, but aeroplane and train, these objects, they carry the passengers from one point to the another point. They cover so much of distance. Let's take an example like your bus. They start from Bangalore as a reference point and initial position, and they move to Mysore, that is the final destination, by covering 150 kilometers by 2.5 hours or 3 hours time. It is like that. So almost all movable things, they move from one place to another place. They move from initial position to a final position in a given time. So this is nothing but then only we can say that the object is a motion. So what is the definition of an motion, of a motion then? So an object is said to be at motion. They move from one point to the another point with respect to time and also with respect to any stationary object. This is nothing but motion. And we know we have so many types of motion. You have rectilinear motion, curvilinear motion, oscillatory motion, and many things. And some motions we can identify easily and some motions we cannot identify. Though they are moving, we don't understand whether they are moving or not. Suppose you take an example of like your wristwatch. We have three hands there. One is minutes, seconds, minutes, and hours. Seconds we can identify, minutes also we can identify easily. Okay, but they are moving there, we can identify easily. But what about the hour? And we need to keep an eye on that hand to know whether it is moving or not. How it is moving, with what time, how much time it is taking to move, and all we need to keenly we need to observe it. So these are the different kinds of motion we have. We need to identify carefully in these things. And now for the better understanding purpose, we move on to the two topics, that is distance and displacement. So what does the term mean? Before moving to that, I'll give one small example. Suppose this is Bangalore. This point is a initial point and this is the final point, and this is Mysore. Okay, a car is moving from Bangalore to Mysore. That is, it is covering 150 kilometer distance in a 3 hours time. In a 3 hours time means reference point is a Bangalore, like your initial position is Bangalore and the final position is nothing but Mysore. So it is moving, it is covering so much of distance of 150 kilometer with respect to time means 3 hours. Then only we can say the object is in motion. And now we'll move on to the topic like distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. So distance and displacement, they both appears like same, right? Because in these cases, like they are covering so much of distance. Okay, now, so what do you mean by distance? Let us take one example like okay, this is 3 kilometer from B to C. It is 4 kilometer. Okay, here suppose Arun school, this is a house. Okay, so Arun has to move to his school. Okay, how does he go? How do we do? How do we go? See, he moves from first A to C, which is of 3 kilometer distance, and later B to C. Finally, he reaches his school. That is by covering 4 kilometers. What is the total distance travelled now? What is the total distance travelled by Arun? So, total distance travelled by Arun is, first he moves from A to B, AB plus from B to C. From B to C, what is AB? It is 3 kilometer plus it is 4 kilometer. Totally 7 kilometer distance he is traveling. So from his house to, from his house to his school. So totally he is covering 7 kilometer of distance. Okay, first he will move from A to B, later he will move to, he will move from B to C. Okay, by covering 7 kilometer, finally he reaches his destination. So the distance, total distance travelled by Arun is 7 kilometer. Now, what does the term mean? The displacement. Here also he is covering distance. Okay, so Arun, instead of moving from A to B and B to C, so he takes a path. It is a shortest distance travelled by Arun to his school. See, is nothing but he doesn't go. He doesn't follow these two ways. He directly moves from A to C. So it takes 5 kilometer. It is a 5 kilometer distance. This is nothing but displacement. A shortest distance. A shortest distance means a straight line or a given time. See, he can cover 3 kilometer plus 4 kilometer in any time. But it is like displacement is something like it is very accurate. Means it should be a straight line. Okay, it is a proper path. It is in a given direction. So he has to move from this path only. What we say, no, it is a given direction, it is a given road. He has to move in that road in a given time. Suppose it takes around 10 minutes. So this area it takes suppose 20 minutes. Means this area will take around 10 minutes. So what does the term mean? So what do you understand now? What is the definition of displacement? A shortest distance travelled by an object in a given interval of time in a given direction is nothing but displacement. So the total displacement is now 5 kilometer. In 10 minutes he could able to reach his school by following this path. Okay, what is the difference between a distance and displacement? Okay, a distance is a scalar quantity. So distance here, distance and displacement, so it is a scalar quantity. Why it is a scalar quantity? Okay, because it doesn't have a proper direction. So it has a magnitude, it has got a magnitude, but it doesn't have a proper direction. Okay, he may use any other path. Okay, he may reach any other time. Suppose from Bangalore to Mysore, you take example Bangalore to Mysore, you can follow the Mysore road to reach Mysore, or first he can go to Kanakapura, from Kanakapura to Kollegala, or Kollegala to Mysore also he can reach. There is no proper direction. He can take any other path. He can go to Tumkur, and from Tumkur he can go to Mysore. It is like that. Okay, it doesn't have any proper path. It is not a the destination is there. It is given the final point. But he may take any other path. He can choose it by his own. And also time also it varies, right? If it's taking so many paths, some other way means the time is not assured that he can reach by this time. It may take 10 hours, it may take 4, 5, 6 hours like that. But in case of displacement, it doesn't happen like that. That's why displacement is a vector quantity. So vector quantity, the scalar has a magnitude. But here a vector quantity has magnitude and direction. See, vector quantity has magnitude as well as direction. So what I say here, you need to follow the Mysore road itself, it is only 150 kilometer distance, and it hardly takes 3 kilometer. Everything is determined here. But in case of distance, it is not. Yeah, if he is moving from one to, he is moving to Kanakapura, some around 50 kilometers from that to Mysore, it may be around 50, another 50 kilometers. The time also it takes so much, but it is not given, it is their wish. But in case of displacement, it is a shortest path, it's a given distance, it should be a straight line, and it has to cover so much of distance in a so much of interval of time. That is nothing but displacement. So distance is a scalar quantity and the displacement is a vector quantity. Why? Because it has a magnitude. From Bangalore to Mysore it is 150 kilometer, and the direction also you know, and the time is nothing but 3 hours we have given. With this time only it reaches, an object can reach 150 kilometer in 3 hours, but here it is not at all determined. So this is the difference between distance and displacement. Okay, now we'll move on to the topic. The next topic is uniform and non-uniform motion.